from here. Ja, sonst nichts. What? What the? Thank you for coming this far. I entrust this to you. Please, my... Who or what was that? A ghost? Perhaps not. There was something familiar about it. At the very least, it was no ordinary ghost. Also müssen wir in die Schatzkammer. Na gut. Meinetwegen. Hi. Vielleicht noch heilen dann. Wenn wir schon mal wieder in der Haupthalle vorbeikommen. Können wir auch mal heilen. Schatzkammer, Schatzkammer, Schatzkammer. Schatzkammer. Door was unlocked. Oh ja, der... Is this some form of elevator? Yes, it connects the castle and the ruin 500 arc below it, but... This doesn't make any sense. You're telling me what's going on here. What exactly do you find strange? Well, when I first came to Libelle, Julia led me through this room and into the area below. But this isn't how this room was. It was tidier. Indeed, to my knowledge, the room was put in order and then locked, and I was under the impression it was to remain that way. It's almost as if it returned to the same way it was back during the coup d'etat. That's the last time I remember it being in the state. Are you trying to suggest that we may have gone back in time? I find it impossible to believe that may have been the case, but how else could I explain this? Of course, I could be mistaken, and yet... Well, if you're going to follow what the ghost seems to want us to do, then we'll keep it up and hope for more answers going along the way. Time to climb on board and see what's waiting for us. Right. Gut, ich habe nur schnell geschaut, ob noch irgendwas da ist. Miau. Oh my. I'd heard about this area from Olivier, but that hardly compares to seeing it in person. I doubt we'll be able to make our way through here without a significant amount of preparation. May I suggest we return to base for now? I think we should go a little farther inside and see what state the ruin itself is in first. Kinda hard to know what to prepare for if we don't know what fiends we're gonna be up against. True enough. Let's advance a little farther before returning to the garden then. Oh boy! I don't like it. Na schön. This can't be right. Impossible. Is something wrong? Something's wrong, alright. Unless my memory is mistaken, the inner layout of this place is completely different. It is, without a doubt. This area should be a corridor that leads to the first three-way junction. How is this even possible? I don't think you're mistaken. Huh, now that makes sense. Have you worked something out? Maybe, but let's head down to the elevator at first. I'm almost sure the answer is going to be waiting for us somewhere ahead. Alright. Let's be sure we're ready for anything. Jetzt kommt ein Bohrschnee. This just isn't possible. How are we on the lowest floor of the ruin already? Could the space wind be distorted? Nah, that alone wouldn't explain how the entire layout of the place has changed. Let's just keep up the pace. I've got a feeling there's gonna be something, or someone, waiting for us not far ahead. Alright? I just hope we're ready for it. Wir are, Müller. Okay. Ja, und ich bin zum Final Boss reingegangen, ohne vorher zu speichern, ohne vorher zu heilen und hab eiskalt durchgemacht, weil ich es nicht besser wusste. Okay, haben wir. Speichern wir nochmal. Kevin? Yeah, it's that smell again. The same one that you smelled before the coffin-like devil appeared. Bring it on. So you noticed the smell, did you? The dogs of the church have good noses, if nothing else. Who's there? Who are you? I was wondering when you'd finally show your face. You're the lord that Knight spoke of, aren't you? Haha, I suppose I am. I do, after all, rule this land of Phantasma. Such a name is only fitting. You may call me the Lord of Phantasma if you so wish. The Lord of Phantasma? Indeed. That's not a name ever mentioned in your beloved testaments, is it, Rias, Argent? So you know who I am too? Huh, someone's brushed up on their homework. That's enough time spent on trivial greetings. Listen to me, Lord of Phantasma, or whatever your name is. If all we've seen here is your doing, then return Granson to the way it used to be at once. Should you refuse to comply, I shall cut you down here myself. My, your request is so meaningless, I scarcely know how to respond. There's no harm in devotion, but done in excess, it can only serve to cloud your eyes to the truth. Well, do you understand now, Julia Schwartz? What? I see my suspicions were right after all. The grants we've been fighting our way through isn't even a real thing, is it? It's just an imitation of it. A replica of the city created here in Phantasma. That can't be! Could it really be true? That will explain everything. Yet the thought leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Have we done nothing more than act out some repulsive play devised for your own self-satisfaction? That you have. Though I would prefer you thought of it as a valuable, unique experience. It's not often that one has the chance to play both the actors and their audience, is it, Müller Vander? Huh. It's not an experience I've ever wanted. So all this time, Her Majesty and Princess Claudia were safe. Oh, Idios, thank you for your unwavering mercy. Oh, your relief strikes me as coming more than a little prematurely. Whoever said that those you care about are safe? It wasn't me. Pardon? No! Does it contain? Think of this as the final reward placed for you to earn on the second plane. Of course, rewards aren't given for free. If you wish to earn it, you will have to overcome a trial first. Fuck. This is what a genuine devil looks like? There's another of the 77 devils mentioned in the Testaments. One of the two gatekeepers of Gehenna and leader of a vast army of minions. Rostrum the Savage. Are you insane? How do you think you can handle something that powerful enough to bring it to life? I need not worry, for I have to defeat it for me. Have you to defeat it for me. Enjoy. God ist auch Single, ne? Clock up, Anti-Sub, na, was haben wir denn noch? Du hast Dark Matter. Sehr schön. Ja, wir sollten 2 zum Angreifen nehmen und 2 zum die Minis kaputt machen. Dann soll du... Nein, nicht den! Goddammit. Das war du sollst wieder machen. Okay, da kann er hier rufen. Was immer er macht. In der nächsten Runde sollte er tot sein. Doch! Boah. Ordentlich an hier. Speed. The thing was crazy. I can't believe we were able to defeat it. But now... Haha, that was a truly delightful spectacle. Well, take your reward, you've earned it. Oh? Thank goodness, Captain. Huh, surprised to make good on your promises. Now, you're ready to cut down to the chase? What do you want from us? What the hell is the point of all of this? Poor Kevin Graham. Poor, pitiful Kevin. Please, try not to let me down any more than you already have. I am a phantasm, a shadow. Much as a shadow only exists when there's something to cast it, I too only exist because of something within your number. Do you grasp my meaning? Well... Kevin? How could I? You're just spouting nonsense. If you think being all cryptic is gonna confuse us and lead us astray, you're very much mistaken, buddy. True enough, spouting cryptic nonsense is simply what I do. That is what you believe, is it? Then it must be true. Phew. Perhaps I ought to go by a different name after all. How do you think Lord of Nonsense sounds? More fitting, perhaps? I said screw you! Kevin! What's wrong with you? Nothing, don't worry. That's literally just a shadow. It is? Oh, so that it was a body double or an empty shell is more appropriate in this case. They must have switched while we were fighting the devil. I commend you for noticing. Still, your role on this plane is now over. Add the wings of white to your number and journey on deep into the abyss you stand inside. I shall be awaiting our next encounter. Please, they take the overblown theatrics way too seriously. Our resident evildoer is going to have to work on their act if they want to sound like anything more than a walking cliché. Anyway, we're done here and we've got ourselves another sealing zone to open up. So let's mosey on back to the base. I mean, I think we all know who's inside at this point. Indeed. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay. Schon Kapitel 3. Haben wir in Kapitel 3 welche? I'm so sorry, Kevin. I failed as your mother, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired. At least this way. At least this way, the two of us can. That dream again. How long is it gonna take before it goes away? It had to happen on Rufina's big day too. I was hoping I'd be able to stop worrying her when I got older, but at this rate... I'm sure she's plenty used to you worrying her already. Oh, it's serious. Don't scare me like that. How long have you been in here? For a while. We're supposed to be cleaning the chapel today, but you weren't getting up, so I came to check on you. You seem to be having a nightmare though, so I thought I'd wake you. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was being a pain for you again, wasn't I? No more than usual. You've been a loser since the day I met you. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Ouch! Kick a guy while he's down, boy, don't ya? Well, whatever. We don't want to be late for breakfast on Rufino's big day. So let's go and get this done. Alright. Rufino? Oh. Good morning, you two. I wasn't expecting to see you here this early. Are you on cleaning duty today? Yes, but what are you doing up so early? You've got a long journey ahead of you. You need plenty of sleep or you're gonna be exhausted before you even get there. I mean, isn't Arteria ages away from here? Well, yes, but I won't be able to offer my prayers to idols here again for quite some time. So I decided to get up early and pray for all the days I'm going to be missing too. Seriously? That's why? That's very you. Are you really going to be that busy though? I thought you might be able to come home from time to time at least. I wish I could say otherwise, but I probably will. I've only just become a squire, so there'll be plenty of work in store for me. I'll be lucky to find time to sleep and I might come home. I might be able to squeeze some time into my schedule once I've gotten the hang of the workload, but until then... Okay. And that's why you've got to sleep now while you still can. Come on, you've done enough praying for one day, so go back to bed until breakfast or something. You're so cold to me. What? How? I thought you wanted to make the most of the time you've got left with me, but it's like you don't even want me here. Did I do a bad job at raising you? I never said I didn't want you here. And you might have done a lot for me, but raising me is a stretch. It's okay, he's just embarrassed. He's actually more than happy to talk to you. He's just terrible at showing it. Oh, get over yourself. Is that so now? I should have known. You're such a typical boy, Kevin. They all act indifferent to avoid letting their loved ones know just how much they care. And don't forget, he's at the rebellious age too. How have I managed to survive being twisted around your fingers for so long? Is trying to toy with the heart of innocent young boys a family thing or what? Oh, I'd hardly say young. It's been about 5 years now, you know. Speaking of which, I think I'm starting to get a craving for some chocolate. Maybe I should pick some up on the way to the station. Quincy Bell, of course, for obvious reason. Oh, the new mint chocolate's my current favorite. The fresh aftertaste mixes in with the chocolate's flavor really well. I'll admit it does sound tempting, but I think I'm more in the mood for the classic milk this time. The flavor will always be a fun little trip down memory lane for me. Because of how we met? Kevin, you're disgusting. Why? I think we all get that warm and fuzzy feeling when we look back on it. After all, the day you came to live with us, Kevin, was the start of many, many and wonderful memories. I treasure every single one I've met during these 5 years. They're all priceless to me. Then why did you decide to become a squire and leave us? It just doesn't seem like the right job for you. Even if you wanted to be in the church, couldn't you have become a sister at the chapel in town or something? I'm sorry, Kevin. Apparently I've just got the aptitude for it, or so I've been told. I feel like the best thing I can do is make use of that and try to help people in the best way I can. Of course, there's always the chance I won't be cut out for it at all and will have to come home anyway. Huh. There's no way a girl as naive as you is gonna be any good with the kind of crazy tough stuff you'd have to do. You better come straight back home once you've had enough. Really? Well, if it does come to that, I'll be expecting a nice warm welcome from the two of you. And with that, I believe this conversation has done a lovely job of helping you procrastinate cleaning for long enough. Should I lend a hand? If we're going to do the job, you might as well be it perfectly and have the whole chapel sparkling.